already know what it is. Man. You already know what it is. You already know what it is, man. Cats be saying it up and all. Who's that BOT? Yo, man. My freaking lighter, B. About to get the sage on. You know what I'm saying, man? Yo, what's popping out there in the YouTube? Peace to the gods and the goddesses, man. About to do a quick little live stream. Shout out to the Cash App supporters sending in those donations. Y'all already know who y'all are. Shout out to the Cash App supporters. Yo, man, y'all was up rocking early in the morning, son. Let me find out, son. I ain't even know y'all was gonna be up like that. We found out y'all night owls on this channel right here, son. So, man, we're gonna be talking about cause you know this topic came in my head after having a conversation with that joint popping, son. That joint popping, cut. Whole crib about to be smoky in a little bit. After I'm having a conversation with one of the homies, you know what I mean? We just talking about some things, man. And talking about the last video I did. You know what I'm saying? About these hoes out here. You know what I mean? Started talking about you know how certain people be operating under this misguided source code. You know what I mean? They operating under this misguided source code that just basically have them assuming that everything is all good. So, he was telling me about a situation and all this and all that. And it somewhat goes in line with what I was talking about when this dude, I was on the phone with this dude and he was talking about, what I'm saying, he's smoking cigarettes for mad years and it don't matter because, he work out. And he look at that as a point that identifies him as being strong. You know what I mean? My lungs is good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I work out. I smoke cigarettes. It don't matter. You know what I mean? So he stays saying this line to me, son. I'm my own God. yo, he always say this freaking line to me, B. You know what I mean? I'm just sitting there like, man, bro. But anyways, huh? He one of those dudes, huh? And it's like when you come in contact with people like that, and and that's just an example. We're talking about the whores. These chicks who be like, they open their legs for whoever, and they basically see that as a means that somebody actually want them or appreciate them, because they'll open their legs and it'd be a whole bunch of dudes that be ready to jump in. So they look at that as, they popping, people appreciate them, they was up, they have a strong status. And just like the dude who smoked the cigarettes. It don't matter if I smoke cigarettes, I work out, you know what I'm saying? So I'm good. The cigarettes ain't doing nothing to me. I got a strong system, I got muscles, so I'm good. A couple examples, but people like that, son, is more broader than that, but that's just a couple examples. But people like that, son, they no longer have the protection of resistance. We break it up. See, who is protected. You know what I mean? Now, when I'm talking about protection, it has to do with enabling and sustaining a connection with who the beast would call aliens, which would be higher versions of yourself that does not exist in this universe. You know what I'm saying? The higher versions of yourself does not exist in this universe. In other words, look at this universe as a pit. And look at the planets as different depths that exist in that pit. Now, if the higher version of yourself is in this universe, which is a pit, and it's throwing a rope down to you in the earth, which is depths that exist in the pit. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how far you travel up that rope, because you're always going to be in the pit. It don't matter if you climb 10 depths, 50,000 depths. You know what I'm saying? If you elevate a certain amount of meters or even miles, within that climate. You're still going to be in the pit. Why? Because the beginning of the rope, the which is coming from your higher self that exists in this universe, has an endpoint. It's a ceiling. So how far can you go? See, the higher version of you is beyond the universe. You know what I mean? It's beyond this universe. And when you have the protection, that shows that you are connected to them. You know what I mean? It's like they are steering you with advanced sight. Sight that has already been pre-calculated. It's not like how they show you in the movies. What's this movie I was looking at? Um, I think it was Minority Report. When this chick was walking in the mall with Tom Cruise, and she was like, "Wait!" They stand in the middle of the mall, and she's like, "Wait, wait, 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 wait," waiting for the guy with the balloons to come. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. Waiting for something to happen in order for you to make a move. You know what I'm saying? If you really pay attention to that scene that they showed you right there in Minority Report, they got this girl walking around with Tom Cruise, and these uh agents is looking for Tom Cruise and the girl, and she's telling him to stand in the middle of the mall for probably about 7 seconds until this guy walked with these bunch of these balloons, so this little kid could ask his mom for a balloon, and he could stop directly right in front of them. So by the time the guys get on the top of the balcony and they look down, all they see is the balloons. It's like, if you really think about it, if they would have kept it moving, they would have been out of that scene before all of that happened. But the advanced beings don't work like that. They don't wait for things to happen and then tell you to make a move. You know what I mean? Advanced vision means that the trail that you travel, you would never even encounter anything like that in the first place. It's not waiting for you to get in a damn situation and then saying, well, turn left, turn right, turn left. Like, they do that all the time in movies. I was watching this movie, what's that movie? Extraction on Netflix. And they had it when he was trying to get the little boy up out of there. He driving the car and they chasing him. And she like, turn left, turn right, turn left, turn right. Now, that is a example that they always use that has to do with somebody who have advanced vision. You know what I'm saying? Somebody is telling you things a few moments ahead of time. That's not advanced vision. Advanced vision, he would never been there in the first place. Advanced vision doesn't put you on a timeline and then make you go through these latency corrections. These corrections that deal with latency. You know what I mean? But so when you stay in contact, and you got that connection with the higher you know what I'm saying, the advanced version of you, you're protected. And how do you know that you're protected? Because you don't give in to certain cravings of this planet. When you see these hoes opening their legs to everybody, talking about I could give my to whoever. Yeah, you could you give your poom to whoever. God, I talking about smoking all my cigarettes, doing all this, or I could eat what I want to eat, or you gonna die anyway. What's one bed? What's one bottle? You know what I'm saying? You know the attitudes people be talking about. You sitting up there sitting up there eating healthy because you're trying to live forever. We all gonna die anyway. Actually, only the clones gonna die. You know what I'm saying? The real transcend. You know what I'm saying? Because see, those people, their vision is blocked. because they are not of the bigger picture. The bigger picture is reality. The bigger picture ain't got nothing to do with illusion. That's why they say things like we gonna die, we gonna die anyway. You only live once. I have sex with whoever the hell I want. I turn up, do this, do that, smoke cigarettes. I'm strong. I work out, do all this. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I went to the doctor. The doctor told me I'm good. Did me a little checkup. Doctor told me I'm good. Man, please. You know what I mean? These doctors simulate someone who can actually run a diagnosis test. You know what I mean? Gnostic, pay attention, test. You know what I mean? So when you see people moving like that, those are the ones who's not protected. They're not protected. You know what I'm saying? In other words, the gods said that your womb is useless. It doesn't make any sense for me, but it makes sense. I'm speaking the language. It doesn't make any sense for me to protect you because your womb is worthless. So therefore, you will receive no protection of resisting. Therefore, you would only allow creatures to creep in between, and therefore you would only birth demons. There is no protection. Look at it like this. You have certain carbonated beings on the planet that have a high tolerance level when it comes to resisting sex. You know what I mean? Now, those people are the ones who are not easily manipulated by temptation because in the spatial area of what they would call your private parts, there is a certain type of vibration that is there. You know what I'm saying? And that vibration, depending on how you vibrate, and we're talking about vibrating high, that vibration down there actually resists low frequency taunts. Don't do not think that when these guys, like say somebody's vibrating low and they trying to holler and all they trying to do is beat. Don't think that that person private is not sending signals to the other person's private. You know what I'm saying? The obelisk can send signals to a woman's vagina and vice versa. They communicate on a spectrum that's based on how those reproductive organs is vibrating. It's not just you sitting there spitting game. You know what I'm saying? Vibration is coming up out of the reproductive area and it's communicating with the vibe. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have it where certain people would get, in fact, when people get horny, that's a sign of communicate. That's a sign of reproductive organ communicating and receiving certain levels of signals. You know what I mean? So you got guys out there or girls out there, carbonated beings, who could resist because they protected. You know what I mean? They don't fall for the game. They understand what's going on. You know what I mean? Because they connected to their higher selves. They connected to them higher selves, and they know that this person over here is only trying to run game to get in between. So whatever that person is saying, it doesn't even resonate. It's like their energy field just rejects it because they are protected, because they are connected to the higher version of themselves. But now you have those who have no protection. You know what I mean? And when they don't have no protection, there is no resistance. They cannot resist temptations. They look to be tempted and they look to tempt. You know what I mean? They're all about the temptations. They would be the hoes. the holes on the damn planet. They look to tempt because there is no protection. They have sex with creature, any creatures. It don't matter who it is. It don't matter how this person's thoughts is vibrating in their head. It don't matter what kind of food these people eat. It don't matter what kind of lifestyle this person live. It doesn't matter what kind of company this person keeps around them. It doesn't matter if this person is doing what kind. It don't matter what kind of drugs. This person could be smoking crack. You know what I mean? Could be popping poppy seeds. You know what I'm saying? Popping molly, shooting heroin all up in their veins and all that. It don't matter what they doing. They are there to quench the fix. They did to quench the thirst because they are not protected, because their wounds are useless to the gods. You know what I mean? A woman's womb is supposed to be vibrating on a certain frequency in order to pull in a high frequency being. This is something I stated before. See, a lot of these brothers out here, they be playing the ego game. They say things like the so-called white man is jealous of the so-called black man because the so-called black man has a bigger obelisk than the so-called white man. And they look at it like it all got to do with size. And they see that size as something that is there to please the goddess. Nah. You gotta understand, this is something I stated before. The obelisk is an etheric cable. The reason why our obelisk is that size is because it's designed to pull in souls. It's designed to pull in that enormous amount of energy. You know what I'm saying? It deals with pulling in souls, and it's an etheric cable. You know what I mean? It deals with the real energy, and it pulls in a high amount of energy, son. That's one of the main reasons why all the females on the planet love having sex with carbon men. They were trying to make it seem like it's the size, it's the energy. It's the energy that's flowing through it. You know what I'm saying? It's like energy they never felt before, because when you're looking at the human, their obelisk is only designed to pull in spirits. It's a freaking spirit pipe. You know what I mean? It's only meant to pull in spirits, and that spirit is the weak energy. It's artificial energy. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole thing behind the obelisk. It ain't got nothing to do with them being jealous, because they always play with the ego. You got to know, in order for you to be able to identify what the hell is really going on, you got to be able to go past the ego. It ain't got nothing to do with the size being big and all of that. It has to do with, the reality is, as I stated before, it got to do with that we souls and they spirits. We real, they artificial. You know what I mean? That's what it all boils down to. Never mind all these layers that they veil. You know what I mean? But the size has to do with pulling in an enormous amount of energy. So when you look at these humans, they love to have sex with carbon men because it gives them a hell of a burst, a hell of a charge when they having sex with a carbon men, because they're pulling in all of that energy that will normally be going through the obelisk, that's pulling through a soul, that pure high energy. And it's like they have that energy vibrating through their body. Their heart race in their chest like it's about to explode when they're having sex with a carbon man. You know what I'm saying? That's why you hear them say things, once they go black, they never go back. You know what I mean? Because it's about the feed that they get. It's a hell of an energetic feed that they get. And they lust for that feed. They lust to feed off the soul. You know what I mean? But when you're looking at these hoes out here, they worthless. Think about it. Look at the people they attract. Look at the people that they are stationed with. They are the ones who have been rejected by the higher beings, the real men and the real women, for the guys and the girls, and therefore they have to settle for less. All they doing is settling for less. It don't matter what relationship a hoe is in. She settled for less. It's like they had a lawsuit going, and the lawsuit was like for $100 million. But they was like, yo, you're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to have some kind of patience and some kind of discipline. Because they talking about you're gonna have to wait like 12 years to get that 100 million. But because the person ain't got no discipline, no patience, just like these hoes, they got no discipline, no patience, no morals, no protection, no connection, no protection. If you got no connection, there's no protection. So what do? Yo, man, I can't wait no 12 years for this $100 million, man. Was there any way you could work anything out? You know what? I see what I could do. So now the lawyer goes back there, do a little paperwork, and they're like, well, they came to an agreement. They're willing to settle, but it's going to be for dramatically less. How much we talking about? I'm talking about $1.5 million. $1.5 million. God damn. From $100 million. But because this person is so impatient, they're going to be like, you know what? Let me get that 1.5. Give me the paperwork because I'm tired of this. I can't wait no more. You know what I'm saying? They got no patience, no discipline. So it's like the same thing with these hoes when it's like sometimes you would see them or even these guys. Sometimes you would see them try to get a dude or a girl that's on a higher level, but it's because the way how that man is moving or that woman is moving, they're not accustomed to that vibe. You know what I'm saying? They accustomed to that impatient vibe, that microwave sex. I need it now. Put in the microwave. 60 seconds later, you know what I'm saying? I'm done. They're not accustomed to that higher vibration, that stable energy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they not even trying to. The ones on a higher level ain't trying to deal with them because they already see what it is. You know what I'm saying? They already see that they're all about games. So because they can't get with these people now, what do? They settle for less. Instead of going through the 12 years of the discipline, which would condition you to be mentally prepared and equipped to to be able to adopt and maintain that $100 million. You know what I'm saying? They become so impatient. They're like, you know what, man? I can't deal with this, man. I'm gonna just go out there and just blaze anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna blaze with anybody. The hell with it, man. I do what I want to do. No protection. You know what I'm saying? When you got no connection, there's no protection, and they become wanderers. They are wanderers, man. All they do is meander on the planet. That's all they do, looking for a fix. You know what I mean? Because they settle for 1.5 instead of sticking it out to get the 100 mil. Now 12 years have passed. You know what I mean? That 1.5 that 1.5 is it been gone in the first year. 1.5 been done in the first year. 12 years passed. Could have been like, damn, son, if I would have waited 12 years, I could have had the 100 mil right now. You know what I mean? But since that 12 years passed, it's like, damn, son, if I would have, you know what I'm saying, stay in connection with my higher self, and just focus on me raising my vibe. I could have had that strong man. I could have had that real man, that real woman. Instead, all I got is this disgusting ass track record of all these dirty ass niggas I laid with, all these skank ass whores I done slid in. That's all you got now is disgusting ass track record of adopted lunatistical vibrations all in you. All those memories that you got is like is like haunted vibrations. I don't smoke about what being haunted is. You know what I mean? Being haunted ain't got nothing to do with you in the house alone. The lights is flickering, cabinets, doors opening, dishes flying up out of the damn cabinets, drawers, all this noise and stuff that you're hearing. That's not being haunted, man. You know what I mean? These people who's living a lie is being haunted every day. People who have all of these temptations are haunted. And these people got all these temptations to smoke cigarettes, drink liquor, have wild, aimless sex, sniff coke, you know what I mean? Turn up, you know what I'm saying? Eat all this bad food. Those are different channels of being haunted. You know what I mean? To be bipolar is to be haunted. They don't have the protection, so therefore there is no stability within their temple. Their temple is full of chaos energy. And all they want to do is just pass the chaos to somebody else. You know what I mean? Pass the chaos to somebody else. Straight up. It's all about raising the vibe. Raising the vibe. When you hear these people, or even when you see these people, just know that they are not protected. These are the ones who would say things like, only God could judge me. God did judge you. You have no protection. You know what I mean? Your energy is not stable. You know what I mean? You are an unworthy mate. You get tossed to the side. In other words, there's a video that I put in the title. What I put, God's trash is the beast's treasure. Something like that. Whatever is God's trash, that's the beast's treasure. The beast already know that when the gods disown you, the beast already know is no, as these emotional people say, hope for you. You know what I mean? Because they looked in all timelines and they already see that it don't matter what timeline you was in, it was going to be the same outcome. You know what I mean? It don't matter what timeline you existed in, it was going to be the same results. So you know what? We just get tossed to the side. We just gonna let the creatures that creepeth upon the land have their way with you. You know what I mean? You're gonna let the creatures that creepeth upon the land have their way with you. And that's what they do. They got them running through a circus. You know what I mean? They got them running through a circus, man. Straight up. I remember a bunch of damn whores, concubines, sluts. And it's like, it's one thing to be a whore, slut, concubine. But it's another thing when you a whore, a slut, and a concubine, and you try to intertwine yourself with the real women who don't vibe like that. That is a hell of an insult to the real women out there who's really carrying themselves on that vibe. And here you are, a hoe. You know what I mean? Fronting like you ain't a damn hoe. You want to be amongst the goddesses, but the reality is you a hoe. Hell no. You know what I mean? Straight up. The hell with these damn hoes, man. You know what I mean? Straight up. They are here to keep communities from being built. Straight up. They have no protection. from their high, because they're not connected to their higher self. So therefore, all demonic vibrations can enter their temple. All. Don't matter who it is. It don't matter if you're tall, short, fat, got a damn wart on his forehead. You know what I mean? It don't matter, son. No matter if you got a lazy eye, if you got 3 fingers in a wheelchair, don't even freaking matter. You know what I mean? They're gonna let it rock because every decision that they make is a settlement. It's a settlement. In their weak, pathetic mind, they might assume for a second that they coming up, but the reality is their vibration is constantly coming down, and they are settling for less and less and less and less and less. That's why every relationship they in, it gets worse, 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 worse. They see themselves, once upon a time they didn't used to accept this. Now they accept it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like once they accept it, now that's what they're looking for. So they're selling for less because that feel that represents the protection, which has to do with them remaining in connection, is gone. So it's like an open attack, like a more freaking open attack. You know what I mean? But when they don't got the protection, or when they don't got the connection, there's no protection. None. So that's just to sum that up. When you elaborate on that more, to let it be known, man. Carbonated beings out there, we gotta start letting it be known. We gotta acknowledge the real goddesses out here. You know what I mean? Because we gotta let it be known that you're not a goddess. You a damn whore. You know what I mean? You're not worthy to bear that title as a goddess. You're not. It don't matter how many demons you have spectating for you, cheering you on. It don't matter how many boys and yes girls you got behind you cheering you on. That means nothing. Because the reality is, by me saying, you a damn hoe. You a hoe. You might have those people fooled. The reality is, you a whore. Just be yourself. You know what I mean? Just be you. If you're gonna be a hoe, just be a hoe. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of chicks that I met throughout my travel that was hoes, and they owned up to it. And I respected that. I'm like, oh, yeah, you know what, man? That's what's up. And you call that girl, she keep it gully, huh? She keep it real. She's proud about hers, huh? Now, I mean, you can't be hating on somebody that's keeping it real. You can't sit up there and be like, damn, son, shorty wild with it, son. You know what I mean? Those kind of things only come out when they try to front. When they are something, but then they try to be something else. You're gonna be a hoe. Just own up to that motherfucking title, man. Ride it out. You know what I mean? But don't try to cross the line and come over here to the ones who's really putting in the work, who really rejecting all the temptations of putting the perms, the wigs, and the weaves in their head. Who's really rejecting the temptations of taking all these pictures with their legs open and their panties and bras all on the gram and Facebook. You know what I mean? Who's really rejecting the temptations of dealing with guys because they got money or they got a nice car or all of this lunatistical temptation. You know what I'm saying? Is like you begin to start making all of the hard work, and it is hard work for a goddess to resist all of this stuff out here. You make it seem like all of the hard work that they're doing is in vain. That's the disservice you're doing to the goddess, man. because they literally going through hell, holding up their image, and then they got to be sitting up here looking at these damn horrors tarnish their image, and then they got these damn niggas out here talking about these whores is goddesses. What kind of crap is this, man? That need to be called out. Hell no, you ain't no goddess. You a hoe, and this nigga right here ain't no god. He a Captain Save a hoe. He a Captain Save a hoe ass nigga. Hell out of here, son. You got nothing to do with that over there, what y'all got going on over there, son. You know what I mean? Goddess over here ain't twerking on the produce section in the damn supermarket. She got nothing to do with that. That's y'all demons over there. You know what I mean? Straight up. It needs to be voiced, and it needs to be represented correctly, so that it doesn't look like these, like the goddesses out there who's really on that wave. You're not really on that, who's really on that etheric wave is not getting caught up in that damn slop pot of sluts. You know what I mean? A damn slop pot of sluts. Straight up. Like I stated before, son, I stand with the real goddess. Period. And I know the difference. You know what I mean? I know the difference. Straight up, son. If you a hoe and you trying to front like you ain't a hoe, I mean, man, you a hoe. You ain't no damn goddess. You a demi-goddess. Be specific. What kind of a goddess you are? A demi-goddess. Okay. Yeah. I acknowledge that. That's what's up. Now continue to go ahead and go sniff. Go out in, go out there into the land of the lost and get a sniff. You know what I mean? Straight up, man. Guys, you gotta sit up here and we gotta defend these goddesses, man. Because we got a lot of these coons, which ain't nothing but a clone. You know what I mean? A lot of these damn coons out here fronting like the so-called all these black women is on the same level. Hell no, they ain't. And one of the real goddesses ain't black. That's them demi-goddesses. So we gotta represent the goddesses for real, son. You know what I mean? We have to be a damn manifestation of that protection that they are connected to. Straight up. We gotta start checking these cats out here. We gotta start checking these hoes out here. You ain't no goddess. You a damn hoe. This is a goddess right here. Still got her crown. She ain't out here eating all that BS. She ain't scheming on the next man, on the neck, on her home girl's man. She ain't creeping around the block. She ain't dropping it like it's hot on the gram for likes. She ain't got a whole bunch of crazy ass tattoos all over her freaking body. She ain't got no piercing on her damn clitoris. None of that BS. You know what I mean? Straight up. She keeps her legs crossed like crucifix. Straight up. She not letting peasants see or enter her womb. The only one who sees and enter it is the man that she's with. And that's it. We need to embrace those real women, and these hoes and sluts out here. They need to get treated just like they are, a damn hoe and a slut. Because you trying to align yourself with the real woman. Nah, that stops. You ain't got what it takes. Because it's hard for them to go through. Well, obvious it's hard. Yeah, they can't do it. You hear these hoes say all the time, oh, I can't stop smoking, I can't stop drinking, I can't stop sniffing, I can't stop eating this, can't stop doing that. So obviously, you know that it takes way more than you could produce to be a real goddess. So while you sitting up here trying to pump fake like you are a real goddess, when you nothing but a damn concubine of the damn planet, waiting for somebody to exercise a ritual on you so you could sweat. You know what I mean? Straight up, yo, man. I ain't even trying to be up on this joint that long. What's going on in the chat? What's good? What's good? See, all these men out here want to do is have sex. Yeah, man. But they ain't men. They clones, man. These clones, all they want to do is slide in. That's the program they running, son. I mean, that's all they see a woman for. They have that Israelite program, that barbaric program in their head, that Fred Flintstone program in their head. Bang the woman over the head with the damn billy club and drag out the cave by her damn hair, throw her in the damn bed. You know what I'm saying? Pump her a few times, kick out the goddamn bed, go get my damn food. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear nothing from you. Then after you cook my food, you just go sit in the corner and wait till I call you again for round two. That's how they see the woman, son. They see them as a freaking object. They see them as a damn slave, a sex slave, son. You know what I mean? You know what? You know what I think, man? I think before the damn humans was enslaved, I think these damn clones had a lot of women in slavery. Son. I think a lot of the women or a lot of the females on the planet were slaves. You know what I mean? In some point in history, I guarantee you that a lot of women were slaves. You know what I mean? A lot of them, son. Because you could see it, you could see the behaviorisms in how guys treat certain girls now. They treat them like a slave, son. They treat them like a slave, son. They're not worthy to talk. Their opinions, or even though all opinions is BS, but let me say that their 2 cents on certain topics is useless. You know what I'm saying? You're not worthy to speak. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you're worthy to do is just be in the kitchen, wash the dishes, and take out the trash and cook, and then open your legs when I say so. Open sesame, and then get up out of here. They see the women as slaves, man, violating the damn women, son. You know what I mean? The damn barbaric ass mentalities, huh? The hell out of here, son. You know what I mean? But yeah, I beat them damn freaking clones be on it like that, son. You know what I mean? That's how they be on it, son. But we gotta let it be known when a goddess is a real goddess, and when these whores out here fronting like they're a goddess, son. You know what I mean? And you got a bunch of guys out here. They would know that these. See, the thing about these dudes, man, they would know that these chicks is hoes out here bearing the title. They would be bearing honorable titles like a goddess. They would bear those titles, and these guys would know that she's a damn hoe. And instead of letting it be known that she's a hoe, they would lead her on just to get some buns. You know what I mean? You gotta start calling them dudes out. You gotta start calling them out, man. Word up. You know what I mean? Because it ain't no real man would lie to a woman. And that's reality, son. Ain't no real man gonna sit up there, look you in your face, and lie to you, son. Somebody who do that, that's not a real man. That's a damn clone, a damn coward. You know what I mean? Real men don't need to lie to a woman. They don't need to lie, period. But they don't need to be sitting up there lying to a woman. If you can't tell her how it is, or if she can't tell him how it is, then y'all don't even need to be dealing with each other, son. Because that shows that the relationship got fraudulent foundations within the construct. And you already know when them fraudulent foundations get exposed within the construct that represents the relationship, the whole foundation is going to collapse. It's better to be real than to be fake. You know what I mean? In other words, huh? The hell with turning people off if you're real. Those people were only going to give you headaches further down the timeline. Look at it like, man, I turned that person off because I kept it real. You know, that person just saved me from experiencing a hell of a timeline with that damn liar. You know what I mean? They just saved you from a timeline of deceit, backstabbing, lies, mistrust. You know what I'm saying? In other words, it's like I was talking about the protection. You know what I mean? They don't wait for something to happen. You the timeline, you would never even be on the timeline. So when you got the protection, when you got the connection and you're protected, you immediately remove certain people from your life. They don't even come in. And because they are not in your life, because they're deceitful, you are now not traveling on a timeline you would not normally be traveling on. Because if you got a bunch of liars in your circle, the timeline you on is a forged timeline. It is a forged timeline. You know what I'm saying? So now you're going to be experiencing all this back to, what is it? Talking behind the back, all this gossip, saying this, saying that, stealing this, trying to sleep with this person, doing this, saying you're going to do this, and then you turn around, don't do it, robbing the money, stealing the money. It's going to be a whole bunch of BS you're going to be experiencing on that timeline, son. You know what I mean? But when you connected, you got the protection, you turn those people off and they get away from you. So you never get a chance to meet them and you never hang with them. So you just immediately you just never experience that timeline that you would be on, son. That's how the higher beings work. You got the connection, you push the energy out there. That timeline, you ain't even going to be on that timeline. They're going to be removed out of your life and then they're going to find somebody else to fill the void. And then they're going to be arguing with somebody else. Meanwhile, you're going to be in your bed or wherever you at, stable energy, not even knowing that chaos exists. You know what I mean? Everything is going to be crystal clear. Crystal motherfucking clear. You know what I mean? So, man, I'm going to shut this video down, bro. I already know what it is, man. Just come up here and do a quick little vid. You know what I mean? About to motherfucking drink some water. You know what I mean? All about raising the vibe, man. That connection for protection. So, man, y'all already know what it is, man. About to shut this live down. It's all about raising the vibe, man. And just know, man, we gotta embrace and acknowledge the goddesses, the real ones out here. We gotta let these other ones out here who false claim and let them know you ain't real. You ain't really about that light. You sitting up here with eagle-sized eyelashes on your damn face, looking like you about to flap off somewhere. You know what I mean? With your weave cape on, looking scary. Looking scary as hell. You ain't really about that light. You sitting up there pump faking, man. Straight up, B. But yo, raise the vibe, raise the vibe, raise the vibe, raise the vibe.